Hi, my name's Caitlin, and I wanted to offer this brief video just as a way to decompress, de-stress. A lot of us after the holidays might be holding on to some additional energy, whether we realize it or not. Uh, and it can be very helpful to help ourselves regulate our system and to do that in a calming, easy way. So, what I wanted to offer is a very brief mindfulness session. I'm going to incorporate some Reiki and some crystals. So, if that's for you, great, welcome. Um, and what I wanted to get started with is to just have you sit comfortably, kind of pay attention to your breathing. Don't change it. Don't try to force anything. Just kind of try to go internally into your system and start to notice how you're feeling physically. And what I wanted to bring in first is this selenite wand. So, what I really like about selenite is that it's very cleansing. It's very kind of refreshing for our system and our energy. And what I'm going to do is just kind of bring this down the system. So, really just try to focus on moving that energy down and through. What we try to avoid is energy getting stuck in our system. That creates a lot of anxiety, a lot of tension. And so just try to imagine this kind of brushing that energy through. And remember to take nice, deep breaths. What I'm going to do now is now that you've kind of allowed some of your energy to move through your system, maybe noticing a little bit more, sometimes it might feel uncomfortable. And sometimes it's just allowing ourselves to feel that and then let it continue through. And it can feel a little bit sometimes like we have these kind of complex or stuck emotions. So I'm going to try to kind of untangle some of those and get those out of your system and moving through. Okay, great. All right. What I wanted to use next, now that we've kind of become aware of how we're feeling, notice that, checked in with that, kind of let it flow through a little bit, and starting out with kind of that cleansing, relaxing selenite. What I wanted to use now, if you can see it okay, is actually smoky amethyst. So it's a combination of amethyst, which many of us might be familiar with. It's that purple quartz, and then also smoky quartz. So it's mixed together. And what I like about this is that amethyst is very calming. It's really good for anxiety reduction. But smoky quartz is really helpful for kind of that detoxing, protection, and grounding. And what I find a lot is when we're feeling anxious or overwhelmed, we're not very grounded to the present moment. And so I find it really helpful to kind of bring in this combination of, you know, calming, anxiety reducing, kind of cleansing mixture of that amethyst and that smoky quartz. So just kind of bringing that through our system and keep remembering to breathe. A lot of this is when our energy is stuck, we realize that a lot of it can be moved through just paying attention to our breath and helping that kind of cycle keep going through our system. I'm going to do a few Reiki symbols. And this is a really helpful energy to just tap into how we're feeling. And it's okay. However, you're feeling is okay. And we may feel stuck in a certain emotion or feel like it's never going to go away. That's very common. And allowing yourself to just take a moment, focus on how you're feeling, and know that you're feeling that now and allow it to move through. And really kind of focus on that grounding aspect. How do I channel that ability to stay present and grounded and safe in my body right now? All right. And then the last crystal I wanted to use is a piece of polished citrine. And what I really like about citrine is that it's great for our solar plexus, where we hold a lot of our kind of excited thought processes of new ideas, kind of that energy of looking towards the future. And sometimes in these kind of winter, dark months, we might be feeling stuck emotionally or otherwise. And so kind of bringing in some of that light and that energy to our system, kind of starting from within, can be really powerful. And so just really kind of focusing on giving that energy to your system. And I decided on the citrine point because I think it can really help to kind of send that energy out. And crystal points are really good at doing that. And so focusing on kind of as we're thinking about kind of the last piece of this practice today of how do I gather some of that energy and that light that I can find from within, and use that to help myself through difficult emotions, uncomfortable feelings, and stay true to myself, my authenticity, and that balance. I think what we're so often seeking, whether our system kind of realizes it or not, is balance. And so anything we can do to help that can be really, really powerful. All right. So just continue to focus on your breath. Just allow yourself to feel content in this moment. And content doesn't mean that we feel perfect or our emotions are perfectly comfortable. But what we're looking for is that authenticity, that feeling of presence and groundedness, and bringing in some of that citrine sunlight to kind of close out the practice. All right. Well, hopefully that brief mindfulness exercise helped you. And thanks so much for watching today. And hopefully you have a wonderful rest of your day and stay nice and relaxed.